We're going to take a look at some of the basics of web development. I'm going to break the rules of our delivery model here on tutorials and training just for a moment. Usually we like to be doing things on screen right in front of you, immediately diving into doing stuff. But at a basic level, we need to really have a quick discussion on exactly what's going on with web development. In other words, what am I going to need to know to get things to happen? And so I'm going to go ahead and scare you real quick and let you know that ultimately you're going to try to become familiar with 5 languages, 5 different languages, all at the same time pretty much. But we're going to talk about 3 of them immediately here. They are HTML, Cascading Style Sheets Language, or CSS, and JavaScript. Now, you may have heard of these before in your endeavors of trying to learn web development. We're going to make sense of them and kind of basically explain to you exactly what their purpose is and where they go. Because as we move into the other 2 languages of the 5, and really can get into 6 and 7 different types of languages, but 5 being one of them being SQL. When we start to implement databases into websites, we need to be able to get stuff out of the database, and the language that the database understands is SQL. So you kind of have to familiarize yourself with that language. And then the 5th one would be the choice of a server-side language, which goes with a platform. And to give you an example, you may have heard terms like PHP. And then, of course, you may have heard of PHP and MySQL. Well, what's that? Well, PHP is the server-side language. It's one language out of the 5. It goes along with the HTML, the CSS, and the JavaScript. And the SQL is the language that we would talk to a MySQL database. MySQL is nothing more than a database platform. Think Microsoft Access as a database, for example. MySQL is another piece of software that runs in a server environment that basically offers kind of the same functionality. It's a database. We build tables and put stuff in them. But we're getting sidetracked there, so let's come back to reality on what we're trying to do here, and that is learn languages. Real quick, though, on the server-side portion, you may have heard things like ASP.NET. That's not a language, it's a platform, but it uses languages like C# or VB.NET. Of course, you may have heard of Cold Fusion and VB Script and things like that. So those are server-side languages. So the 5th language would be a choice amongst those platforms. So now let's talk about the web itself. And let's talk about web pages and what got us here in the first place, which is an interest of creating web applications that have login features and products coming in from a database, things like that. Buttons that when you hover over them, they change colors and do all kinds of cool stuff. So to take a quick look at the page code behind this web page we're looking at now, we can take a look at this. And what this is a combination of the 3 languages that we'll talk about here. HTML, CSS, which is listed here. That's the CSS. There's HTML in here, which are all these little tags and these funny things here. And then we have JavaScript, which is generally wrapped inside script tags, HTML tags of script, which tells it to call its JavaScript interpreter. The browser is it, by the way, to call its JavaScript interpreter and read through this. And you might be thinking, man, that's a lot of stuff. And I have a tool like Dreamweaver or Visual Studio. I don't really need to know these languages, do I? Yes, you do. And I'll tell you why. You need to learn them to be familiar with them. I don't expect anyone to ever be able to just hand type out HTML or Cascading Style Sheets language, but with practice and time, you'll be able to do that just by default, by messing with them so much. But understanding where they're written, why they're written, and how they're implemented into your overall web application design is extremely important. And that's where we'll be going from here. So first we'll dip into HTML. We'll take a brief look at it, define its rules. We won't go over every tag. I'm just going to show you the syntax of it and the rules behind it. And then from there you kind of apply things, and as you're using your tools such as Dreamweaver or Visual Studio, it's going to implement these things for you, and you'll know what you're looking at when you're looking at it, just by the structure of the HTML. And then, of course, from there, we're going to move into CSS by modifying that HTML with Cascading Style Sheets language. We'll implement it in 3 different ways, the 3 ways you can put it in, and define which is the best and why, which way to implement it, I should say, is the best. And then ultimately, we'll wrap that up with JavaScript, adding some functionality and understanding what the JavaScript piece can do for us. And again, not going over all of the languages, all of the details of each one, but going over the rules and their purpose. And from there, you can grow with the tools. So then we'll talk about tools, and then we'll get into some advanced topics like server-side processing and how we write server-side code to make our pages really zing. Once you have that basic understanding from this particular course, you can move forward into our intermediate and advanced levels, taking your development skills to the complete new level of actually building web-based applications that can be run on multiple platforms such as phones and web browsers and the like, tablets and all of that. So if you're interested in that, sit back and enjoy, get your thinking caps turned on, and we're going to dive into some code coming up right now.